episode of Just a Bit Outside. I'm your host, Steve Ely, and along with me, as always, my co-host, Wes Cook.
Back again.
We are, sir. It's been a minute.
It's been a little bit, but life and work get in our way and hold us up from all of it.
That is right, man.
But we always come.
We do.
Yes, sir.
We do.
Yeah, it's been a while, but maybe a little more.
A little more than a week.
Week and a half.
Yeah. Not bad.
No,
but,
not a long.
Yeah.
But we had a lot happen while we've been away.
A lot.
I would say the big thing, of course, our last episode was prior to the draft.
Yep.
And then the draft happened.
Did.
So a lot of draft, a lot of NBA playoffs are in full swing. Big things happening there. So we can touch on that. And then a little bit of baseball.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. So, let's kick it off with the draft. The biggest news of the draft, of course.
Yeah.
I think that's where everybody's was the free fall all the way to the 5th round. And
the second quarterback drafted by Cleveland.
Yeah.
Which is
another weird thing. But I guess, the value was there.
Up until that point, I thought Cleveland had a pretty decent draft. I like them moving back.
No, that was smart. We're always a huge advocate of moving back, stockpiling picks, doing these types of things.
That's what they did. They picked up another first next year.
Yeah, it's important. If you're going to change the franchise and try to recover from the whole Deshaun Watson fiasco,
yeah,
this is the way to do it, because you got to recover everything you lost by putting all your ducks in that, or all your eggs in that basket for Deshaun Watson.
It was 3 first-round picks?
Yeah, it was nuts. However, here we are. Honestly, I get Shauder falling if all these reports
are real.
Like how he went into each interview and just blew them all off, basically.
Yeah.
Just said, I'm the guy, and that's why you should pick me. Not wanting to appease the coaches, the GMs, and go through film and help them kind of just understand what kind of player he is.
Yeah. And
it's just not going to go well. Especially when you're going to be expected to be the face of that franchise. That's what's going to happen. You've got to be professional at some point.
You do. You do. It's whether or not. I think a lot of his problem is, I love Deion, love him, but I think he is also part of the problem in this case.
Obviously. He's called prime time for a reason. He was flashy and things like that, but I got to imagine he conducted himself better in pre-draft interviews than his.
Well, Deion hadn't came from that environment yet.
That's true. He made the Sanders.
Yeah, he was hungry. He was hungry too.
Yeah, so that helps. And now this kid's been kind of given everything, and he's just very entitled. And I see why franchises would pass on this. Now, the thing is, can he mature a little bit and come into a role in Cleveland and take that starting job and then, make something of himself? They got excellent value out of him.
5th round.
The kid's good. Plain and simple, we know the kid is good. I don't think that's necessarily going to change. I think he could be a suitable starter in the NFL, but he's got to grow the fuck up.
Yeah. I was really surprised that Pittsburgh passed
numerous times on him.
Every round on him.
I guess.
Are they really banking that hard on Aaron Rodgers?
Where else is Aaron Rodgers going to go at this point?
I don't know, but even if you're Pittsburgh, take him in the 4th round. Sit him on your bench. Hey, yeah, we got Aaron coming in. Hey, you got a Hall of Famer that's going to be playing a year in front of you. He knows he's not, going to be here for the next 10 years.
Right.
Maybe at this point he's able to like teach a young guy something.
He's not going to teach him maturity because Aaron
No.
Rodgers seems to have lost that too.
No, he doesn't have maturity either.
Yeah.
But as far as like his knowledge of the game, reading defenses, which Shador needs a little work on that. But I mean, a lot of his problems were his suspect offensive line and lack of running game.
Sure, but you don't blame that on your team either.
No.
You don't be like those types of interviews. I mean,
the whole Nebraska interview after that
right.
game.
So he set himself up for failure in this process based upon everything he did and his actions and the way he carried himself.
Yeah.
You just can't.
Hey, I staying on the draft topic just for 2 seconds. I'm going to just step off for a second. I was following the draft on ESPN. Like I wasn't actually watching it. We were watching a movie, so I was kind of following it on my phone. On the phone, they actually have a thing that allows you, like each pick comes through. Who do you think they're going to pick?
Oh, like you got to guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like a poll, I guess.
Yeah, it like give you, well, it's not really a poll. It give you like a list of players, and then it would give you like an option of none of these players.
Oh, okay.
Dude, I started out hot.
Yeah,
I started
on a roll.
I went like 7 for 7 when I first started doing it.
Yeah. Well, I guess when Pittsburgh came up at 21, you imagine like should going to be that pick. I thought it was.
I thought he was.
Yeah, I thought that was it. And then they passed on him, and it's like
the biggest first round surprise other than that to me, other than Shador, was Chicago taking Loveland.
Yeah.
Over Warren. And I mean, maybe they know something that we don't know.
I don't think so. It's Chicago.
Yeah, I agree with you.
We know. I don't think they evaluate talent the same that other teams do in this league.
No.
And it makes me think like.
And I didn't like Warren going to Indianapolis.
Yeah.
I didn't like that either.
I mean, that is the thing with the draft, though.
What else? I kind of like what the Giants did. Kind of. Jumping back in to get Dark, kind of.
I like the Dart pick. I mean, apparently, outside of probably Cam Ward, he was the number. Yeah, I mean, he's the guy we like the most out of this draft anyway. So I think that's our pick for who's going to be the best.
Yep.
I think he's just in a shitty scenario that's not going to be very beneficial for him early on in his career.
Nope.
And it could kill all his confidence if he early on, right? If things don't go very well for him,
do the same thing they did to Daniel Jones.
Exactly. So it's just going to it may change the outcome. Now, if he's able to see past all that and kind of work through the heartache that's going to come, especially with the O-line that they have, there's potential for him for them to build around him, help him out, and of course eventually be somebody here in this league. I don't see it happening early on.
Yeah, but what were they hearing that made them say, "Ooh, we got to go up now to get him"?
I imagine that there's a lot of teams talking, and I mean there could be smoke screens. There's tons of things, right?
Yeah. I mean, because they ended up giving up 2 seconds and a third to move back in
to get back into that round, and I understand that.
Because
that's what you're going to want to do in a scenario like this, especially to take the guy that you want. Because let's be real, it's not Jameis Winston, it's not Russell Wilson.
No,
those guys aren't going to be the future of this franchise. They're there to hold the spot, which is nice for Jackson, right? He's not going to have to be forced in day one. He's going to be able to come in and learn from. I mean, a Super Bowl winning quarterback, and then I don't know what you're going to learn from Jameis Winston other than the fact that he doesn't give a fuck.
Air it out, son. Air it out.
Yeah, he's like, man, you throw that pick, it's cool. Come on back in later, man. We can throw another one.
I know I saw a lot of stuff where they were talking about the Giants potentially getting Travis Hunter and how he could be Jameis Winston's best receiver on offense and be his best receiver on defense when he's throwing picks.
Yeah. It is very true, though.
He don't care. Does not
care. He'll force a ball anywhere.
That's the whole thing. I feel like I felt that Kevin Stefanski last year when Jameis was in got a little too what's the word I'm looking for?
Cute.
Not even cute, just dialed it back and just you're not you're in a no-win situation essentially. Just let him air the ball out. Stop being
You're
cute.
on your backup's backup at this point. So it's like, hey man, we know where we're at. We know how this year's going.
Just throw it. Stop running the ball 40 times and throw it.
I mean, it's fun to watch that kind of football, though.
Absolutely.
At least it's entertaining, and you're going to be able to get some kind of value out of watching that play.
Well, what was
it is entertaining.
What was the one game he threw? 500 yards and 6 total touchdowns if you count the 2 pick sixes.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just like, yeah.
I mean, he's throwing touchdown passes just to the other team.
I mean, he had to score. I mean, I got to imagine in fantasy that was still 35 points.
I mean,
pretty close to it.
He probably had a pretty decent day. Yeah. I mean, when you throw for all that kind of yardage and touchdowns, I mean, it's going to be beneficial into fantasy owners of him. It's just who's running the risk of starting Jameis Winston unless it's out of absolute necessity at that time, right?
Yeah.
So he's probably on somebody's bench when he scored all those.
Oh, yeah,
he's not.
Yeah.
He wasn't
probably
in the starting lineup.
He may not even
was just fucking strapped and had to do something.
He may not even been on a team.
Oh man, he might have been a free agent when he put all those points. Yeah. And then someone next week snagged him.
Yeah.
Said, "Oh, okay, he can do this." And then the next week he goes out, throws for $150, 3 picks, and no touchdowns. You're like, "Oh, this sucks."
Yeah, this sucks.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, that's what you get out of Jimmy.
That's right. That's
and it's the same thing. I mean, for the most part, I think you know what you're going to get out of Russell Wilson. I just don't think you're going to have the same Russell Wilson year that you did in Pittsburgh this year in
No, you're not.
Because he's going to be running for his life.
How do you feel about Jacksonville trading up just one spot? Or no, it was 2 spots.
I don't know. I mean, the Eagles did it too. They traded up one spot to get Campbell. Mm-hmm. And I mean, it's got to be because these teams say, "Hey, somebody else is trying to get in this spot. I don't know where they're going with it, but you got to imagine that you're hearing from other teams and they're saying, this is their guy on their board, and we got to get there before they do." And that's the whole thing with Campbell. I mean, the Eagles just very fortunate, sat back, and probably the best linebacker in this draft fell to him.
He's pretty nice. He's nice. We look at Ward 1, Hunter 2, Abdul Carter 3. That was the biggest thing for me. Is I feel like the Giants getting him at 3 is a fucking steal.
Well, he's the best player in this.
Yes,
there's no question about it. This guy is going to be a future Hall of Famer. You talk about a guy that's going to be very similar to Michael Parsons, Myles Garrett. He's got that kind of level of talent. This guy's going to do big things in the league. I hate New York, especially being that he's an Eagles fan. I'm sure there's something about it that it bothers him, right? And that's the thing. These edge rushers that are going that come out like generational edge rushers, right? Him, Michael Parsons, and they're both Eagles fans. They both grew up in the area, and now they got to play for the rivals. The teams you love to hate as a kid, now that's the team you play for.
That's the team that's paying you millions of dollars.
I mean, I understand it. But see, I don't know, man. And you can't do it, right? Because I'm always saying this from this standpoint where I'm doing a mediocre podcast of sports.
Yeah.
And I'm a huge Eagles fan. I would just tell other teams, don't pick me. Don't want to be here. I would go.
Go in with the Shauder out.
Yeah, basically.
bad interview,
Yeah, just
bad
bad
everything.
I suck. I'm not good. You don't want to draft me.
Just show up like Gronk did in the New England one. Just hung over,
Yeah,
falling
hungover
asleep on a
shit.
table.
But I'm like I would play for a Jacksonville or a Cleveland.
Yeah.
But like if Dallas is like, oh yeah, we want to do an interview, I'd be like, nah, good.
Yeah. Well, what
I mean, there's there's really 3 teams in the league that I would just be like, no,
Yeah.
no, I can't. Like my fandom says this, and the other thing about it is like in college, if I was good enough to play basketball in Kentucky, they called me to recruit. They were recruiting me. Like if Duke came knocking on my door, or like Carolina or Louisville,
I get it.
Anybody, Indiana, I just be like, no, fuck off. No,
Nah.
there's no way in hell I'm gonna go there.
These schools are off limits.
I'll be like, Mark Pope, you don't even have to recruit me, man. Just if you want me, I'm there. That's what I would be. I would be like that because that's how deep the fandom runs.
No, I get you, brother.
I'd be like, you make the NIL stuff work. I'm good. Doesn't matter. I'm coming.
Yeah. No, I'm with you.
I'm going to go recruit Mark Pope at that point. I'm calling him. I'm saying, hey, this is where I want to be.
I want to be here. I want to be here. I want to be here.
Yeah.
Sending me 75 emails a day.
Yeah, exactly. Sending him videos, highlight reels,
That's
everything.
it.
I'd be like, I'm coming here, man.
I'd have done the same thing with
Yeah.
Hubert.
Right.
I get it.
But see, I'm of course too old at this point, but also at a point like I would never be that talented.
Oh yeah, I get it.
Let's be real. But if had I been, I just don't see how that I just couldn't. I just couldn't do it.
That's a childhood dream.
Well, yeah,
but
that's what I'm saying is I just don't understand like how that would actually work. If I was that good, and if I was going in the draft and I'm going to be a top 5 pick, and the Giants are up there, the Cowboys are up there, the Redskins are up there, I'm pretty sure I'm just going to be like, no.
It's Dallas on the phone. Hang up. Click.
No.
Voicemail.
Yeah, straight to voicemail.
if this is
I told you not to draft me. Don't call me on draft night.
No, you just change your voicemail messages on that night. If this is Dallas, New York, or Washington, don't bother.
Yeah. I decline.
Yeah.
I'm not signing a deal. You better trade me.
It'd be like me with Chicago, Minnesota.
Yeah, exactly.
Nah.
No thanks.
No thanks. I'm good.
I mean, of course, I'm not in that scenario, but I'm just wondering how I would I be willing to just
I like
say I could do that. I don't think I could. I really don't think I could.
Dude,
I have so much hatred for all 3 of those teams that I just don't think I could.
Money will let you do a lot of things you didn't think you did.
Right. But the thing is, if they don't draft me, someone else will draft me.
Man. I like the Carter pick, though.
No,
I like them putting them on the other side. You got Brian Burns there.
Mm-hmm.
You got, what's the other kid's name? Trudeau.
Yeah, the whole thing is that their defense should be.
Yeah.
Their secondary is questionable, but they should be okay.
Their front 7 should be okay.
The offense is questionable.
Well, first of all, you let what should have been the league MVP walk out your door for nothing. For nothing.
Hey.
And then you have the 6th pick in the draft come in at the 2nd highest running back in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
Who I like that pick by the Raiders, by the way. I like Genty going there. I liked.
I'm a fan of it. I mean, that's kind of where we thought we were going to see him go anyway.
I liked New England getting Campbell. I thought that was great.
I mean, that's what you need. Here's my. I understand making the Carter pick because you're getting the best player in the draft.
Absolutely.
At this pick, right? So you're going to get, value out of them. What? I just feel like the Giants have so many holes on offense.
That's where the trading up to get dark.
Yeah,
was kind of weird for me.
exactly. Like, I mean, it's okay. I understand that you're looking at the future and this is your guy. But even if it's Daboll that makes this pick or the GM or whoever, I just don't think Daboll makes it to be
I,
that guy's coach.
I don't think the GM makes it. Like, the only way you make that pick at this moment, if you've got assurances from Mara that, hey, we're going with the process, I trust you guys.
Right.
I mean, you have to have that because, like, I mean, why are you bringing Russell Wilson? Why are you bringing Jameis in? And then you're losing picks trading up to get Dart.
To get Dart, and that doesn't immediately improve your offense.
No, it does not.
Like last year, Neighbors was a good pick.
It was.
Makes sense, and he was fantastic his rookie year. Even though he was limited with what he was working with.
Very limited.
So why aren't you doing something to protect the quarterback or boost that offense when you have the draft equity?
Yeah.
Instead, you go for Carter. And I get it. Like when you're talking generational talent, it's really hard to say no.
Yeah.
But in this point, it comes back to what we always say: trade back.
Trade back. We're big fans of trading back. We have said it for years on here.
I just don't think adding Abdul Carter is going to benefit them where
Early.
they need, early or any, and I mean really in any fashion. And the same thing goes with Jackson Dart. Kid's probably not even going to sniff the field this year,
barring something crazy.
Right. So I mean that's good. I mean he needs that, but at the same time, so many of them.
Yeah.
And that you're building the wrong way. Maybe it turns out and I'm wrong, but I feel pretty comfortable with my assessment.
I'm a inside out kind of guy. I think you are too. I like to build offensive line, defensive line. You get those two areas kind of where you like them. And then that's where you say, okay, I've got the offensive line that can protect a rookie quarterback.
Yeah.
I've got that. And they don't have it. I mean, the Giants have been just god awful in drafting offensive linemen for the last 10 years.
Absolutely.
I mean, just awful. But moving on, we got Will Campbell, the offensive tackle from LSU, going to New England. I liked it.
See, that's a good move.
That's a very good move.
Protect Drake May.
This is where it comes back to Cleveland again. I like them taking Mason Graham.
No, I mean these are good picks.
I mean every top 10 pick, I kind of like. I love the Ted McMillan pick for Carolina, especially when I find out later that he's been working out with Bryce Young all off season already.
That's good. No, that's a pretty solid pick. I mean, because you do need to give weapons. Offense, the defense in Carolina has always been pretty solid.
Yeah.
So this isn't really necessarily a bad pick because now you're addressing needs on the offensive side of the football, and now you pair him up with Leggett, and I think you're putting something together that could become a decent offense.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I mean, Carolina turned things around last year towards the end of the year to where they were competitive in a lot of football games.
Well, they started running the ball.
Yeah.
Chuba Hubbard had a fantastic year.
Yeah. I agree. No, I mean, a year that we didn't expect.
No, I didn't expect that at all.
No, that was good.
I mean, they started playing a little better. Their defense they lost a lot of guys on defense super early for the year.
Right.
So when you're losing, 4 or 5 starters off of your defense immediately, your defense is going to struggle.
No, that's an issue.
And when your defense is struggling, your offense is also going to struggle.
Yeah.
Because your defense is out there on the field for just getting points scored on them right and left. But actually, I like McMillan. I actually thought he was probably the best pure wide receiver in this class.
Yeah.
I mean, Travis Hunter is good. Don't get me wrong. He did win the Receiver of the Year award. I don't know how or why.
I don't think it was very much warranted. I think Travis Hunter plays more corner than he does wide receiver in the league.
We'll find out.
Yeah.
We'll find out early but there's going to have to be some balance on it. Let's see further down.
I mean, I think Chicago at 10 going tight end's a little weird, especially when they went with probably
the second best
tight end there.
Yeah,
with Warren still on the board, it didn't make a whole lot of sense. And I mean, even Indy, that's just not the pick. I don't think these are the picks.
I don't think so either. I like what Atlanta did. I like them getting two essentially edge rushers, which they needed.
Right.
They need defense worse than any team in the NFL.
Yes.
And they need to find somewhere for Kirk Cousins to go. I got a feeling Kirk's going to end up in Pittsburgh.
I mean, if things don't work out there, which I don't think they will, I think they're moving on. They're going to Penix.
Yeah, they're going to Penix.
Yeah, I don't think Kirk really has anything more in a backup role in Atlanta. Making too much money for it. They're going to have to eat a lot of that salary. You're probably talking about, some kind of trade. And it's got to be a team that's going to have the ability to take on the salary that he has. So,
well, I think at a certain point, once you get past a certain date, I think the responsibility of paying that actually doesn't turn, but kind of stays with the trading team, kind of, or that can be worked out in the trade.
Right.
But I don't know. It was just a weird road for them on that.
No, very much is. Very much.
Let's see who else. What other picks did I like? I liked Ibuka going to Tampa. I like that pick a lot, especially with Godwin coming off an injury.
Oh no, I mean, giving Baker more weapons.
Yes.
Yeah, you're doing him a disservice if you don't go out and help him.
Yep.
The kid is showing his value. I mean, he's underpaid for what he's been able to do.
Yes.
And I mean, when you have a division that's wide open like the NFC South, and you got a guy like Baker who's putting up really good numbers.
He's the most proven quarterback in that division.
Absolutely.
And is doing it.
Yeah.
It's not like he's just limping along. The offense hasn't been their problem at all in Tampa.
No, not at all.
Let's see what else. I like the Amari and Hampton to the Chargers.
No, that's good. I like with who was the kid there this year?
Dobbins is gone.
Dobbins is gone, right?
He's gone. They signed Najee Harris in free agency.
That's right. That's what
they have. Yeah. So it's him and Najee.
Najee's kind of a downward ticket.
I always felt he underperformed
in.
Yes, big time.
But being an Alabama back, it's like you just expect more.
Yes.
He's not the Trent Richardson level yet.
No.
But, I mean, if someone's going to revitalize his career, I think being there with Harbaugh in
Harbaugh really
LA is going to.
He likes to run the ball.
Oh, yeah.
Likes to run. They've got a decent offensive line. They've got a quarterback who can sling it.
Oh, yeah.
And now you're putting him a good young running back piece back there.
No, I mean, Hampton's solid. That's a really good pick for them.
Yeah.
Going in that direction. And then at 23, your guys finally broke
the curse and took a guy.
Took a wide receiver in the first round.
We talked about it pre-draft that I need to see them having number one.
This is your move.
Well, we'll see. But my thing is, I was like, we could have traded and got a number one. We could have gave up a second round pick for DK Metcalf. I'd have done it.
I mean, Devontae Adams was out there.
Yeah. Yes.
For free.
Could have got him in free agency. I mean, I don't know if he comes back.
I know, but I'm just saying there was that guy.
He was there.
He was available.
But it's just like...
So, like, if you wanted the surefire thing, it was already there.
Yeah. Well, how do you... and that's the thing that drives me crazy is, like, how many young wide receivers do you need? How many?
I mean, they are the youngest team in football.
And they are just getting younger by the day.
Well, you're going to draft. That's the whole point.
Yeah.
It's not like you're drafting 26-year-old guys every day.
You say that, but how's the quarterback from Louisville?
Oh, no, he's the old guy.
I mean,
he was 25, right?
Yeah. He's the last player that was going to be born in the 19s.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's going to be the last guy.
You were born in the 1900s.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't that long ago.
25 fucking years.
It wasn't that long ago.
I know it wasn't that long ago. I'm just saying, though, as far as like, he's a 25-year-old rookie quarterback. He was in the same class with Trevor Lawrence. Which is just insane. Let's see. What else? There goes Atlanta with Pierce Jr. I know you're not a huge Tennessee fan, but that's not a terrible pick.
Pierce is. And that's what we're talking about with it. Atlanta needed something like that, and that's what they went and got, and they traded into spot 4.
Yeah, they did. They did.
Filling a need there. I understand.
My question is, like, I don't know. I don't really question anything going. I thought Detroit would have maybe tried to get another edge. With Hutchinson. Yeah.
Seeing how they were decimated defensively, they did go defense.
Yeah, they got a defensive tackle.
Instead of making a weird move like they had past.
Yeah.
So this is a good move for them. You're adding a very to that defensive line.
Mm-hmm.
Did you watch Maxwell Harrison entire draft?
No, I didn't.
Okay, this guy was everybody's hype man. Every time someone got drafted, he was like one of the first ones to hype him, dap him up, and be like, "Yo, congratulations, everything." He was a supporter of everybody getting drafted. It was awesome. And then, of course, he is a Kentucky guy, and I'm very excited for the kid. He gets to go to a good situation in Buffalo.
Oh yeah.
And it's a really good pick for Buffalo. Where they need to shore up some things on that secondary. This guy can come in and actually do that.
That's moving in the right direction for sure.
Right. Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. I mean, where you're missing some things from a very good team, a team that should compete with Kansas City, should compete with San Diego.
Yep.
Or compete with Cincinnati, because I think Cincinnati's going to turn back up this year. And I think this is good. Oh, and Baltimore, of course.
Yeah, Baltimore's not going anywhere.
I can't not say Baltimore. It'd be ridiculous.
Yeah, they're that back half of the draft. Other than like Washington, I think Washington benefited from playing a last place schedule. We'll see. Again, Daniels, we were all over him last year. We knew. We called that one.
Well, we didn't call exactly.
Not that.
Turn out like this and go to the NFC Championship game.
But we said that we thought he was the best
one. Yeah, of course. No, I agree. And like we said, and we'll probably have to wait to figure out if Jack Stewart is one in this draft. We're not going to be able to declare it day one like we were last time.
No.
The last 2 years, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, going O-line is smart for them.
Absolutely.
Anything to do to protect your franchise quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Now you have a whole year of tape on Jaden Daniels.
We do.
This is where you generally find these sophomore slumps, though. I don't know if he's actually going to run into that. Not nearly as hard as C.J. Stroud did, just because he has the ability to run so well.
Yeah.
So that still puts that whole dynamic that you really can't really figure out just from game tape or a game plan for him. Those things break down, and he's able to maneuver his way into making something out of nothing, and that's what makes
him
so valuable to that offense and what will allow for them, I think, to be successful again this year.
He's very Lamar Jackson esque.
Yes, very much so. I think he just throws a better ball.
I think he does too.
Yeah,
honestly. But Lamar's after
improved this
he
year.
he has
definitely.
improved big time.
Yes, sir.
I mean, he was always a okay passer.
Yep.
Like I thought he was just fine in college. He was okay. I didn't expect for him to. I'm not gonna say I'm shocked at how well he's played in the NFL, but I didn't expect for it to be so quick.
Right.
But he's turning around, and then after last year, like he just showed that, hey, I can throw the ball too. I can throw. I can do it all.
Yeah.
I mean, me and you, we talked about it before going into that playoff game between Buffalo and Baltimore, and you and I both said it. Whoever wins this game is probably going to be your MVP.
Yeah.
And that's what happened. That's what happened. But I like it. But anyway, that's not really draft related, but it is. Yeah, then you guys get Campbell from Alabama.
Yeah, excited about this. You know, we lost a lot of key pieces to the defense this year, so going right back to the well on defense for in the draft is just going to be exactly what we need.
Well, you guys have been very fortunate. You've been fortunate in a lot of ways, and at the same time, you've been very patient.
No, I mean
you let guys fall to you in places.
Yeah, I mean, and the thing is like when that happens, they're capitalizing on it.
Yes.
You know, not making a rash decision at that point and saying, hold on, they're not thinking, why is everybody else passing on this guy? They're like, no, we know this guy. This is the guy we want. And if he makes it here, that's the guy we're taking.
Yeah.
So
you guys have you guys have legit have that for the moment. You've been, I don't want to say lucky, but it's kind of a luck draw. Sometimes you guys have done very well in the draft.
No, I mean,
sometimes you hit, sometimes you miss.
And here recently they've hit.
They have hit very well.
Yeah.
They've made the right moves. Howie Roseman's done a fantastic job.
Yeah, it's really hard to say there's been anybody else better.
No, he's been fantastic in how he's handled salary cap and all of that and egos.
Yep.
I mean, he's retooling the defense with young players. You got a bunch of guys that are going to be, you're still playing on rookie deals for a couple more years.
Yeah.
And, at some point you are going to lose one or two of those guys. It happens.
I mean, we lost it this year too. I mean, the Josh. Yeah. You lose Becton and on the offensive side. I mean, you're going to lose talented guys here.
Lost CJ again.
That was weird. I mean, I've already hashed that out with you. It doesn't make sense to me. I mean, you let him go to Detroit for a year, and then you went out immediately and brought him back. You win a Super Bowl, and based a lot on his play in the secondary.
Yeah.
And then you trade him for, a bag of chips.
Yeah, but you just drafted two guys to play back there that both played fantastically well as rookies. I mean, you got essentially the best two corners in last year's draft.
But I mean, with the cap hit, there's no saving by trading it. So
no.
It's just a curious move, right? It just didn't make a lot of sense. There wasn't like, you can't go back and say, well, this was a cap related deal, because it wasn't. And it wasn't because he wanted out. It wasn't because we backfilled the position with somebody else.
Yeah.
It just didn't make sense because that guy is a dog, and he's one of the leaders of this defense, and I don't understand the move. But let Howie cook, let him keep doing his thing
until he screws it up. I would roll with him.
My thing is, it had to have something to do with the locker room, and there's probably some kind of disturbance with him in it, and he was the casualty.
He was the one that had to go.
Yeah, he had to be the one to keep the locker room remaining, positive.
Yeah.
I wouldn't necessarily. I don't want to call him a cancer without knowing anything, But if he was a cancer, then yeah, it's the right move. Get it out. Remove
Absolutely.
it. That's what you want to do. So if that's the case, that's the case. I just don't like the move because I really did like CJ.
He had attitude and swagger, and he backed it up on the field.
Absolutely, that's what I like about it. You know, I mean, he was very intense in the backfield there, and he definitely led that defense with an attitude and a chip on his shoulder. But we'll see how that works out for us going. I guess you look into the beginning of the second round. You see Judkins went to Cleveland, so yeah, I mean Cleveland making some decent moves here in this draft.
Yeah, I mean they got Schlesinger at 1, and then traded up to get Judkins. I like that move a lot.
Yeah,
I mean they need somebody young because unfortunately I just don't know how Nick Chubb is coming back.
I just
It's
I mean he's tore that knee to hell, man.
I know, and he's done it twice.
Yes,
So
I don't think he could be what he was.
I say that, but at the same time, you know, I watched Frank Gore do it 3 times, and
Frank Gore was a different specimen.
they're not very much different though. If you look at their build and their work ethic and all that,
I understand that. Just Frank Gore was one of a kind.
Yeah. What do you think about the Bears going tight end and then another wide receiver? I like Luther Burden. I didn't think they had to trade up to get him though.
No, I think where they were sitting, they would have been fine. That didn't make a lot of sense to me.
I mean,
but offense. I mean, you've already given enough weapons, and the thing is, what you need to do is protect Caleb.
Actually, Luther Burden was the final piece of the Carolina trade. That's what it did. They didn't have to trade up. They had already. That was already.
They got that from.
Yep.
Anyway, still another wide receiver. I don't think is.
No. Who's protecting? I mean, they just spent a bunch of money on guards. They did do that. What they need Caleb to do is stop taking unnecessary sacks.
Yep. Learn how to throw the ball out of bounds.
Well, he took the most sacks last year, and he also escaped the most sacks.
Yeah. Like I said, it's just their draft didn't make sense to fill the needs that I thought they had.
I mean,
instead of
they did have 3 second-round picks. They did get an offensive tackle at 56 from Boston College, and then they turned right around and went defense at 60, which that's fine. That doesn't really shock me.
Just being in the position to take some better guys, especially defensively.
Yeah,
I think you utilize that at that time. But here they are.
How do you feel about Jalen Milroe in Seattle?
I don't know. I just don't know if his game's going to translate well into the NFL.
Unless he learns to pass the ball better, and it's not arm strength. He's got a cannon.
Right.
It's accuracy and touch.
Right.
Doesn't have it. Can he run the ball? Very well.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very well. But watching him throw the ball makes me nervous.
No, I agree with you. It's just I don't know. I just don't like that move.
I didn't like. I don't know what Saints were thinking in the second round, drafting the Louisville kid. He's not terrible, but he's not.
That's not the pick.
No, not at 8 in the second round.
Well, I don't see his game translate well here either. I don't think he's gonna. He might be a career backup.
Yeah.
I don't see him being.
I saw a thing today that it was an Instagram reel where they were.
And the thing is, I don't think they needed to take him that high.
No, they could have taken that dude later.
He would have probably been around in the third round.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, you obviously had a better quarterback fall way down the list.
Well, yes.
I like the fact that you guys went out and got Kyle McCord. I like that pick.
I mean, he grew up an Eagles fan. So did Campbell, which is great. I mean, you got two dudes that are living out their dream.
Yeah. I like Kyle McCord. He was one of my guys we talked about.
Right. Yeah, we talked about him previous to the draft. And, I mean, it's a good thing, right? I mean, I'm a huge Tanner McKee fan. I like Tanner McKee.
He played great when he was in this year.
Yeah,
I liked him better than anything Kenny Pickett did on field.
Yeah, Kenny Pickett's not it.
It just sucks we have to say Super Bowl champion Kenny Pickett, though.
He actually threw a pass in the fucking Super Bowl, too.
Well, goddamn, who knew the Super Bowl was going to be a blowout?
Me.
Whatever.
Just kidding.
Whatever.
You know damn well I didn't think that.
Oh, I know you didn't.
I was nervous as hell.
I know you
Nervous
did.
as hell. And then I was kind of dumbfounded as things were unraveling throughout that whole game. I'm like,
what just happened?
Is this real? Is this real? I'm dreaming, right? Like this isn't happening.
Ned, I didn't even really like the second half. I was completely uninterested.
I'm sure I was, of course, all the way.
Oh, you were all the way because you were in Philly.
Yeah.
We did end up having 15 quarterbacks drafted.
That's a ton. But, I mean, I get it. You want to evaluate these guys. And, I mean, everybody's looking for the next Tom Brady, right? That sixth-round quarterback that becomes the greatest of all time.
You know, I don't think this guy is going to be the greatest of all time. But I love the Will Howard to Pittsburgh in the sixth round.
Yeah.
I like that pick. I don't think Will Howard got enough love. Like, what didn't they see about this guy? Like, what didn't they see? He's 6'4", 230?
Yeah, he's a big guy.
He's a big guy. He was more of a runner at Kansas State.
Yeah.
But when you put wide receivers around him,
he does well.
He looked the part in the playoffs.
Well,
for sure.
Obviously.
But it was just like, how, I mean, is he their backup plan? Are they going to roll with the rookie?
Got to be backup.
Yeah, I mean, who they got? Mason Rudolph and Will Howard, and I think they got some other slub. That's all I can say is slub. I don't know who it is. If I can't name it, it's a slub. I mean, Mason Rudolph better be glad I can remember his name. Should just call that dude Helmet.
Helmet, yeah.
But I like the Will Howard. I was kind of shocked that Graham Mertz got drafted. I mean, he lost his job to DJ Lagway at Florida. There was talk that he could be the guy. Who's really got to be kicking himself is Quinn Ewers. Apparently, he had like $8 million in NIL money just sitting out there, and he's like, "Nah, I'm gonna go to the NFL."
Yeah, no, that didn't make any sense.
And make $800,000.
Right. That didn't make any sense.
But he's got a chance to play. He's playing behind Tua.
Well, he's definitely gonna get a chance to play.
They're
Game 5, something like that's gonna happen. He's gonna get his opportunity.
Tua decides to run and tuck his head.
Yep.
Lead with it.
Get cracked one time. Gone.
Tua's got the talent. It's going to sound so wrong when I say it this way. There's sometimes he lacks between the ears. Like, get out of bounds. Don't lead with your skull. Don't be dropping your shoulder on anybody. You slide every time.
Well, I mean, at this point, he should have been taught to him. And should be ingrained in his mind.
It should be, considering it could kill him.
Well, yeah, that's the thing.
Like, it could 100% kill him. I'm I'm just looking positional wise, like where guys kind of shuck it, kind of ended up. Uh, both of Ohio State's running back went in the second round, fourth and sixth pick.
Tell you one of my favorite picks, and I don't know why it happened to be Buffalo. Another Kentucky guy, Deion Walker, is a beast. Yeah, I mean, I've had the pleasure of watching a long time.
Yeah, you have.
6'7", 331 pounds.
Oh,
Defensive tackle. He's a monster.
He is a monster.
I love some Deion Walker. I think he's a steal in the fourth round. And it's just funny Buffalo took two Kentucky guys, but I was hoping Deion would fill a couple more spots so we could have picked him. But we ended up with Ty Robinson.
Yeah. What do you think about Cam Scatterbo going to the Giants? I'm not really.
Giants fans saw him in the playoffs, and we're like thinking he's the next coming of Saquon Barkley.
He's not.
And they're talking like this guy's going to be it. I'm like, dude, no.
Dude, he was playing against weak Big 12 defenses.
Exactly.
Weak Big 12 defense.
And
then he ran all over Texas, who defensively had questions. You know, they got the luck of the weak SEC schedule.
They were fortunate,
if you can call it weak. I mean,
they
played one ranked team,
right?
And that one ranked team beat the brakes off.
They did.
So, I don't know. I liked Trevor Etienne going to Carolina, though.
No,
I like that. That's a nice. I mean, it was a deep running back class.
It was pretty deep. I mean, you had a lot of talent there. So a lot of guys that get some run early on. I mean, because that's where a lot of these running backs are coming from now, right? Teams know they can go out and get a young kid and just run his ass off and
for 3 or 4 years, and then dump him after his rookie.
Dump him because they got another one.
Yeah. Running back is that position. Like you got guys like Genty that come along. You got guys like Saquon that come along. You got guys
Derrick Henry. I mean, yeah,
Bijan, guys like that.
You got guys like that are gonna get, they're gonna get to their second and third contracts. But they're different, right?
They're just different.
You just got to prove your value to be that high, and that's. I'll be interested to see if Genty is able to produce like he did in college at the NFL.
We'll see.
I don't expect him to do craziness this year for the Raiders, but I think given time and if the team is built with rush blockers,
I've seen like fantasy stuff already talking about having him ranked as like the 6th or 7th best player.
I just don't know if
I can't go that route. I mean, if he plays at an Alabama or Georgia, or somewhere a little bigger, I could see taking a fly. I mean, I took frickin' homeboy from Detroit 2 years ago in the first round.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't a terrible pick. Wasn't last year's pick of him, but
let's go this route then. I mean, we're talking draft. Let's get into fantasy football. Of course, number one this year is probably going to be Saquon.
Got to be.
Yeah, I mean, Saquon, then you'll have Derrick Henry. I think that's what you're looking at 1, 2.
Wait. Now, I think one, depending on if you're playing a PPR league. If it's a PPR, how are you going away from Chase at number 1?
Jamar?
Yeah.
I mean,
you could see Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase both go in the top 4.
In a PPR league.
In a PPR league.
Right, I understand that.
I think you could see.
But, I mean, Saquon catching balls out of the backfield was huge too. I still say I take Saquon number 1.
No, I think Saquon's number 1, no doubt.
I think if I have the one pick, I'm taking Saquon.
No, you wouldn't. You don't want to. You would want to.
Oh, I would. I didn't take Saquon this year because I wasn't going to double up Eagles because I was on the turn.
Yeah.
So I took Derrick Henry, then AJ Brown. So I could have gone Saquon and then AJ Brown, which I mean that would have been a fantastic draft for me as well. I would have been far and away the best team, but I would have probably jinxed one of those two guys, and they would have had a bad year.
You would have had that. You would have had that rare.
I will take credit for the Super Bowl win because I did not take Saquon.
You would have had something happen where like the two of them got tangled up and they both ended up missing a significant time.
Yeah, and I just be like, oh come on, man. But no, I mean it worked out. Like I said, I will trade a fantasy football victory for an Eagles victory.
Well, you got both this year, so you're lucky.
I did. It was a very fortunate year for me in football altogether.
It was.
Yeah.
It was. I don't know, man. I don't see. But back to the whole draft, I can't see taking Genty in the top 5 or 6 picks. I just can't.
No, I wouldn't.
I mean, you got Saquon, you got Henry. Why am I spacing on motherfucker's name for Detroit?
Oh, Jamar Gibbs?
Yeah.
Or Jahmyr Gibbs?
Yeah. I was spacing on his name for some damn reason.
It is weird, considering that's your dude.
I know. God. But it was one of those, like, I mean, you got to consider him probably top 3 or 4. I mean, he led the NFL in touchdowns.
No, you're right.
Only because Jalen Hurts stole like 10 from Saquon.
Brock Bowers going to be in the first round. Led the year in receptions.
If I'm picking, no.
Well, no, I'm not going to. Man, I don't know. Like, I love the aspect of him going in the first.
I like.
He's the best tight end, right?
I like it.
Right, number 1 tight end off the board.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not taking Travis Kelce.
It's him.
Definitely not. Travis Kelce's gonna be probably the 4th or 5th tight end taken off the board.
It's him or Laporta.
Yeah, I like Laporta a lot. And then I think Warren might be okay.
Not where he's at.
I mean, he's gonna get targets though. He has to get targets.
At his feet, over his head.
Well, it depends on who's throwing the ball. If it's Anthony Richardson, then yeah, I guess we're kind of. But
might be Riley Leonard. Could be Daniel Jones.
No, it ain't gonna be Daniel Jones. I promise you that.
Well,
I mean, there might be a scenario that it becomes Daniel Jones because Anthony Richardson gets hurt or something.
Oh yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. They also drafted Riley Leonard. It's got to be like his target share still doesn't look very good.
I think he's going to get targets. They just might not be good targets. But then again, look at who was throwing the ball to Brock Bowers, and he still killed it.
Yeah, but Brock Bowers, to me, is different.
Brock Bowers is a generational tight end. This guy, after his 5th year, he's going to get franchise tagged because he's not going to want to deal with the Raiders if they don't correct anything.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Oh, hello.
Oh, you are?
Well, look at that.
Right.
Cheers with your little baby shot glass. Your vagina. Thank you. Is there a chance you could refill that for me, too? No.
It's Dosec.
Yeah, I don't need no lime.
I'm good. Yeah, you can put some lime. Hook him up.
But,
ooh,
lost my train of thought.
I know. Fireball will do that to you.
Lost my train of thought.
There we go.
Brock Bowers. It's a different animal. I mean, you and I talked about it for the last 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
So 3 years ago, when we first started doing this podcast, we were saying then that Brock Bowers is the best football player in college football.
Yeah.
Never said that about Tyler Warren.
No, we just said he's the best tight end.
Well, he was only the best tight end because he took 50% of all targets from his quarterback.
Yeah, no, I know what you're saying. He's still good.
No, I'm not saying he's not a good tight end. I don't think he's Brock Bowers.
No, I don't either. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying does he enter the top 5 tight end
Thank you.
station? Right? Like I'm thinking maybe he does.
No, I think there's a very good chance he's one of the first 5 tight ends to get drafted. Yes. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely I do.
So are you taking Laporte or are you taking Bowers?
God, dude, I would probably take Bowers.
I'm taking Bowers. He won me my fantasy.
But I mean, I just don't take tight ends that early.
Actually, more credit to Baker.
Baker won it for you, buddy.
Baker won it for me. And dropping Tua because, concussion.
Hey, Tua about got me in the playoffs.
Yeah, I know. He brought you back. Hey, he got you the bye you needed in the consolation.
He got me where I needed to be. It just irks me that I lost by just a couple of points. And the only reason I lost to Dewan was he played San Francisco's 5th goddamn running back, and the guy scored like 30 points.
That's how it goes, man.
No, it sucked that he gets in the playoffs, and then he scores 60 points in the first round of the playoffs. Yeah. I scored 130.
Yeah. So I in my other league, I had the number 1 pick, so I took Christian McCaffrey.
As I drafted in my other league.
I got fortunate, though, and got Jordan Mason like as soon as I could. And when that happened, he carried me for not the same way that I was hoping Christian McCaffrey would.
But he carried you enough early.
He carried me. I finished second in that league.
Yeah.
So I was fortunate to get there with him.
Well, I did the draft for somebody, and I did a draft for Jen, and then like her son essentially took over the team after the draft.
Whoopsie!
It was off, dude. Some of the stuff he changed out, I was like, "What the hell are you doing?" I think she ended up winning like 3 games or something like that. I was like, "Ooh, what are you doing, bro?" Like he was leaving guys on the bench. I was like, "No, you put that guy back in."
Yeah. That's right.
There's a reason I drafted that guy the way I did.
This guy's here for a reason. We're playing him.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, this year, I don't know. I decided this year, I'm talking to Bob about it on the drive over here last episode, that I'm not doing any mocks. I'm not even going to look at it.
You're going in blind?
I'm going blind.
No.
I'm going blind.
No, not me.
What's the point? Our league doesn't draft like any mock does.
You still need to see where guys are landing.
I don't, because those guys are never going to be there.
They may be. That's the thing.
I bet you.
I mean, you were sitting there waiting on Brock Bowers, and
I was.
It's because
there were several guys that between you and Rob were colluding against me the entire time.
My thing was I just didn't trust Kyle Pitts. I thought a lot of him, but I didn't trust him enough, so I knew I had to go back out and get another tight end. And I was like, we hyped up Brock Bowers so much, I was like, I'm going to snag him. It wasn't to snag him from under you. I knew that's where you wanted to go.
It was. So at that point in time, it was. It was what I needed at that moment.
I knew where you were going, but it wasn't to shit on you. It was more to take care of the lack of production that Kyle Pitts could potentially give me, and in result actually did. So
I'm telling you, I'm not, like I said, I'm not doing any mocks, and I'm going to be the dude that screws up the draft.
You're going to be the guy taking the quarterback in the first round?
No, I ain't doing that. Never doing that.
No. But let's put it this way. All right.
And if I did, I'm taking Josh Allen.
All right. Quarterback. Number 1 on the board. Who's coming out? Who's going to be the first quarterback?
First quarterback off the board.
Lamar Jackson.
It's going to be Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, or Jalen Hurts. That's your answers.
Yeah.
Jaden Daniels isn't going to be very far behind those guys.
No, he's going to get a lot of looks early. I would steer clear of him, though, because we talked about the
sophomore slump. Yep.
Stay clear of Jaden Daniels. I am anyway, because he plays for Washington. So
yeah,
I don't draft those guys.
If he's sitting there,
I did have Scary Terry this year, so I did break, my rule of thumb. But he's like one of the only guys I like on him.
Somebody's got to catch the ball for him.
Yeah, I know. You got to take that guy.
Yeah.
So I mean,
I like Scary Terry.
Yeah, that's like I usually hate.
You don't usually pick any.
I don't, but I usually hate the guy on that team, right?
Yep.
So
There's not a lot to hate there.
I don't hate Scary Terry. I like Scary Terry.
I mean, other than he's an
I'm
Ohio
a big
State
fan of
guy.
McLaurin. Yeah, but I mean, it is what it is.
That's his only downfall to me.
Yeah. But he's a likable guy.
Yeah. When you hear him talk, he's likable. Yes,
he's super likable. I mean, he's one of the few guys on Arrival that I like.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
I don't think there's anybody on the Giants or the Cowboys I like. I mean, I like Abdul Carter.
I don't like Micah. I don't like Micah
Parsons.
I don't like him as a person. As a player, he's a baller.
Oh no, absolutely.
I don't like him as a person.
I can respect his game, but I can still hate him.
Oh, dude, I respect his game.
I mean, I hated Tom Brady for the longest period of time, but I mean, I still respected his game.
Everybody hates Tom Brady, though.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying, like, I hated Tom Brady, but I respected his game. I respect Micah Parsons' game. I just fucking hate him.
He just went to work, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, I love Michael Parsons' game. I don't like some of the stuff he says on his podcast.
He's a child.
Yes, very immature sometimes.
Child.
But quarterback-wise, I do think it's going to be Lamar, Josh Allen, Jalen Hurts. It's going to be one of those three.
Okay.
It's probably going to be Lamar though.
Yeah, running backs going to see Saquon, Derrick Henry, Bijan,
Jahmyr Gibbs.
Jahmyr
Gibbs will go before Bijan. I had Bijan this year.
4.
Bijan played well this year.
Yeah, I know. So say Bijan's 4, probably.
Wide receiver, it's going to be Chase Jefferson.
AJ Brown.
AJ Brown, good chance.
Trying to think. Neighbors will probably be high.
Neighbors will go early, but I don't think he's a top 10 guy. I don't think he goes
not top 10, but I mean top 10 wide receiver.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He might be 5 or 6.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
On the list. Who else?
I'm trying to think who is the wide receiver?
Oh, I'm on St. Brown.
Oh yeah, St. Brown's gonna be high. Yeah, I agree. St. Brown's gonna be
good.
Who is Buffalo's wide receiver?
Didn't they?
Amari Cooper's gone.
I thought they got somebody. I thought they signed somebody.
They may have.
Hey, I'm going to look right now. I'm going to look.
That's why I'm just wondering who's Josh Allen throwing the ball
That's
to?
what I'm going to look right now.
I mean,
because I feel like they made a move, and I can't remember who it is. Well, let me see that roster. I want to see that. See depth chart. That's who it is. Oh, they took Keon Coleman last year, and they got Khalil Shakur.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're all right there.
They're not guys we're talking about being highly drafted fantasy.
How is Dawson Knox still ahead of Dalton Kincaid on their depth chart?
Beats me.
How?
I don't know.
Honestly, if I'm Buffalo, I would play in a 2 tight end set a lot.
Oh, yeah, especially for blocking purposes, too. I mean,
what about James Cook saying he wants to be a $16 or $17 million a year running back?
Prove it.
I mean, he just kind of did.
No, he didn't.
I'm not saying his rushing yards were, but dude had 16 touchdowns, had 18 touchdowns. 1,300 all-purpose yards.
Prove it.
No, I'm with you. I don't think he's
not worth that now.
He's not worth that.
There are 4 running backs in the league that are worth that money, and we've already discussed who they are.
Well, Chinty just popped in the league.
Well, we'll see. He's got to prove it, though.
He ain't got to prove nothing. He's still the second highest paid running back in the league right now.
Is he?
Yes.
Jinty is because of where he was drafted?
Yes.
I thought Derrick Henry got a pretty good payday.
He may have, but...
I mean, I know Saquon's the highest paid.
Everything I've seen...
And Saquon got an extension.
Well, they kind of... Still drives me crazy.
he's phenomenal. It's like we got the Saquon Barkley everybody expected.
No, you got the Saquon Barkley that didn't get hurt for once.
Well, I mean, he didn't have to do the workload. He didn't have to carry the ball 30 times a game. That's the thing. So we got the Saquon Barkley that everybody expected, right? We gave him tools. Everything was there in place. He had talent around him. he didn't have to be the man. It's just he stepped up to be the man with the right people in place to assist him being the man. You know what I'm saying? Like he had one of the best O lines in the league blocking for him, and then even when it looked like shit was going to go down, he fucking made something out of it.
Okay, the average per year, Genty is down the list, but his contract is fully guaranteed.
Well, yeah, that's what the first round picks are.
At almost $36 million.
Okay.
Which is essentially what Saquon's guarantee is.
Right.
So, yeah. That's where he's at. But he's still almost $9 million a year for a rookie.
Not bad.
Considering James Conner makes $9.5, who I still don't understand that.
He is RB3.
I mean, look at it. The way this rounds out at the moment. Highest paid. Barkley, McCaffrey, Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah.
And then Alvin Kamara, who is grossly overpaid considering he only plays, 10 games?
Yeah.
I mean, if you need a running back for 10 games, Kamara's your guy.
But, I mean, he started off hot this year. Real hot.
And then where'd he end? On the bench.
Yeah.
Nursing the injury.
I mean, that's what happens. I mean, he is older, too, at this
Well, I mean,
point.
I'm looking at this list, too. I'm looking at just guys, and we're talking about people on the list. Joe Mixon wasn't terrible this year.
Joe Mixon was really solid, honestly.
Josh
Jacobs.
Jacobs.
That was a good addition.
Josh Jacobs wasn't.
Josh Jacobs was a beast.
Yeah.
That's probably my number 5 guy. Mm-hmm. I mean, I had Derrick Henry and Josh Jacobs in my fantasy. Yeah. I was fucking killing it.
I had Bijan and...
Bijan did well for you.
I had Bijan and another pretty solid guy. I can't remember who it was right offhand because, I kind of forget that shit when the season's over. Especially if I don't win.
Yeah, you don't remember the team that got you.
Nah.
Well, I get it.
I don't remember the team that gets me the first round bye. Yeah, no, I don't remember that guy.
I don't remember that 7th, 8th place team.
I'm telling you, the team I remember the most was many, many years ago. And the only reason I remember it because it was when Indianapolis set all the offensive reference.
And you had like 3 fucking Colts on you.
I had Manning, Marvin Harrison, Reggie Wayne, and Dallas Clark.
I mean, at least that's one to have.
I mean, the only guy I didn't have was the running back.
Yeah. Who was that then? Was it Edgerrin James?
Yeah, it was James. That was the only guy I didn't have off their offense.
So, all right, let's put it this way. We talked wide receivers. All right, tight end. Tight ends off the board.
It's going to be Bauer. It's going to be Bauer.
Brock Bowers is 1.
Laporta
2.
And in all honesty, you could go either or there. I don't think you're going bad either way.
No, I think I would be fine as long as you stay.
I think PPR. I think depending on what kind of league you're
in
PPR, you're Brock Bowers all day long.
100%. Let's see, because I mean, there's just nobody else to throw to.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you have? 120 something catches.
Yeah,
this year?
it was something stupid.
Nuts.
There's, but again, there was nobody there.
Well, yeah, no, absolutely. But the fact that teams knew that, and he still caught 100 passes.
That's because he's fucking awesome.
Oh no, he is excellent route runner, excellent hands. I mean, Brock Bowers is a fucking.
Yep.
Let's see. So 3rd tight end.
3rd tight end. I'm actually looking it up right now. I'm actually looking it up for the 2025 rankings.
I mean, we see the market just got reset by the guy I think would be.
Who's that?
San Francisco.
Oh, Kittle.
Kittle's
not bad.
Yeah, Kittle just reset the market. He's the highest paid tight end in the league. I think he definitely goes 3. After Kittle, it's kind of a toss-up, right? Because like Kelsey's on a fall-off. So I don't think the value behind him is not there anymore. You got guys like Dallas Goedert.
Okay, the rankings at the moment, and this is in PPR. Okay,
Bowers 1.
Bowers is 1.
Laporta 2.
Laporta is not 2.
What?
Laporta is 4th on this list.
Well, he missed games.
It's Bauer, Trey McBride.
Oh, McBride was a beast this year. Yes.
Kittle.
Tampa
Laporta.
Yeah.
Hockenson.
Tampa, right? That's where McBride is.
No, Arizona. It's Bauer, McBride, Kittle, Laporta, Hockenson.
Hockenson's another one. That's
if you could tell me I could get Sam Laporta as the 4th tight end drafted, I would take it all day.
Well, because we're valuing him at 2, and if we get value at 4 as a 4th, absolutely sold.
Yeah,
I'll take Hockenson.
One of these dudes actually, and the people they were polling for it, actually has McBride over Bauer. It's just them two flipped. I don't see it. I don't see it.
No, sir. Not in my book.
But
never.
It's Bauer, McBride, Kittle, Laporta, Hockenson, Kelsey.
Kelsey's still
Joku.
okay.
Andrews is still 8th.
Why? He was a blocker this year.
There is no way I'm taking him.
Was it Isaiah? What's his name?
It's the kid from Coastal.
Right, but he was the tight end for Baltimore this year.
Yes, he was.
And he did fairly well. I would probably draft him over Kelsey.
I got even one better for you. Colston Loveland is ranked higher than Tyler Warren.
Because he was drafted higher?
I don't know. I don't know how.
I mean, look at the system. Neither one of them really fit.
Here's the thing.
They went, but it is what it is.
Here's the thing. Fucking Caleb doesn't throw the ball to the tight end.
Well, because he doesn't know how to check down or
He
anything.
doesn't. I'm going to get sacked or I'm throwing it deep.
Yeah.
But yeah, Goddard is 14th. Tucker Kraft is 13th. Jake Ferguson's 12th. Evan Ingram in Denver. Weird. Jonnu Smith.
Did you say Goddard yet?
Goddard is 14th on this list.
14th?
14th.
I mean, the injury-prone thing from this year, I understand, right?
14th. Kyle Pitts, 21st.
Where's Calcaterra? Calcaterra filled in nicely this year.
It doesn't. It just goes to 25. He's not on the list.
And he probably wouldn't be. No. But, I mean, he filled in nicely for Goddard this year. I don't think he's an everyday number 1 tight end.
Cade Otton.
Calcaterra
played well.
In a big way. Played very well. I'm not looking for. I was curious to see if he made it. But no, Calcaterra's solid. And there's talks of letting Goddard walk or go for a trade. I'm thinking we bring him back for one more year and let him go for free because I don't think we're going to match. There's not going to be a trade that's going to really match.
There'll be somebody that comes in.
Now it may happen towards closer to the draft or not the draft, but the trade deadline in the middle of the season. But I think he starts the year with the Birds, and we see what happens.
We were talking quarterbacks. I'm just looking at this ranking list now. We were right at 1 and 2.
Yeah,
with Lamar and Josh Allen. Jaden Daniels is 3rd on this list.
That's ridiculous. I'm taking Burrow all day over him. I'm taking Hurts all day.
Hurts is 4th. Burrow's 5th.
Yeah, Burrow.
I'm still trying to figure out why he's that low on fantasy.
I might take.
Burrow was a baller.
I know. The Bengals were not sucky because of Burrow.
Cincinnati makes the playoffs. You can legitimately argue that Burrow is your MVP.
I agree with you. No,
I thought he could have won it even not making the playoffs because if he doesn't play the way he plays.
Oh, Cincinnati has the first pick of the draft.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
No, I agree with you.
This list is pretty funny though. You'll like this. It's Lamar, Josh, Jaden Daniels, Jalen Hurts, Joe Burrows.
What did Jaden Daniels do that would make anybody say, I want him over Jalen Hurts?
I don't know.
Jalen Hurts just won the fucking Super Bowl and the MVP.
Yeah. Just wait. This list gets so much better.
Who is this guy?
It's a ranking of all the ESPN guys.
Man, so there's a lot of dumb shits.
It's Bowen. It's Bowen, Clay, Cockcraft, Dopp, Carabell, Lazo, Moody, and Yates.
I've heard of like 3 of those guys.
Yeah. But it's them ranking them.
Right.
And all of them have them ranked at a different spot. I'm just looking at what the average rankings are for. But anyway, it's Burrow at 5, Mahomes at 6, Baker 7.
Fair.
I like that.
Super fair.
Mighty Mouse at number 8. I don't like that at all.
No, Kyler Murray is not it, dude.
He's good for 10 or 11 games.
I mean, he'll put up some numbers here or there, but you got to guess when it's going to be.
Yeah. Brock Purdy 9. Sorry.
I was about to say Brock Bowers.
Purdy 9.
He'd probably be better than O'Donnell back there.
Bo Nix 10. Justin Herbert 11.
No, give me Herbert over Nix all day.
This is where it starts getting funky. Justin Fields 12.
Because he's the starter of the Jets now?
No, just wait. Gets better. Justin Fields 12. Caleb Williams 13.
No.
Jared Goff 14.
Now give me Goff all day.
How is he 14?
Not running that offense? Come on.
How is he 14?
These guys are fucking hilarious.
This is where it gets real funny.
But I mean, we're missing some good.
Just wait. Jared Goff 14. Drake May 15.
Really, I think given time,
Dak Prescott 16.
He can keep going down. He's going like way down. Yeah, I put him at 32.
Dude, he's behind Jordan Love, and I don't know how that's possible.
I mean,
he's in front of Jordan Love and C.J. Stroud.
Nope.
He's in front of fucking Matt Stafford, who I would still take over Dak Prescott.
Absolutely.
Stafford, by the way, on this list is 22nd.
That's ridiculous.
Cam Ward is 23rd.
23rd, he hadn't played it down in the NFL.
And he's 23rd.
Jokes. Fucking
20. Who the fuck is he throwing the ball to? Name me one Tennessee receiver. One.
Hold on.
I'll give you $1 if you can give me one.
Damn it. I'm thinking. Did what's his name go there?
He's in front of Michael Penix Jr.
Calvin Ridley? Was it Calvin Ridley?
Oh, Calvin Ridley did go there. Yeah.
Give my dollar.
We could both name one.
Poop dollar.
Yeah, that's a shit dollar. For real. Geno Smith is number 25 on this list.
I'd take Geno Smith over Dak Prescott.
Oh, J.J. McCarthy and Trevor Lawrence are 19 and 20. Tua's 21.
I'd take Tua over Trevor.
Yes.
I'm taking J.J. McCarthy because I don't know what I got there.
I'm taking Tua over Trevor and J.J. McCarthy.
Yeah,
I might would take Tua over Drake May because they just don't have enough weapons for him yet.
They're putting things in place.
They're working.
They're going to turn it around. I think O.J. Mayo, or not O.J.
Who?
Mayo got roll into the deal there.
Yeah. Fucking. I just think it's funny that Justin Fields is 12th. 12th.
There's not even really a good situation.
No.
The O-line is still trash.
O-line is trash. Running back's decent. He's got okay wide receivers.
Brees Hall has the opportunity to be good. He just doesn't have the blocking that he needs, and then he's got Garrett Wilson to throw the ball to.
Who he does have rapport with.
Obviously.
From college.
Because, Ohio State.
Yep. Yeah. But it's just like, what the fuck? Get the fuck out of here.
That's way too.
And then, the running back, we were kind of on that one.
He got benched behind fucking Russell Wilson last
year. No, we were way off in this running back shit, brother.
What? Saquon's won.
Saquon had not won.
What?
Not according to these guys.
Why?
I don't know.
He put up damn near 2,000 yards.
Yeah, but that's the thing.
Or over 2,000.
Doing back-to-back 2,000 yard seasons, it never happened.
I mean,
never happened.
I understand, and I don't expect that out of him. Honestly, I don't. But if there's going to be a guy that can do it, it's Saquon.
These are the guys. This is their rankings for each guy for Bijan to be number one on this list.
Bijan's one.
Bijan is one. Bijan is one. Barkley is 2. Gibbs is 3.
So we're close.
McCaffrey is 4.
I mean, he's coming back.
If he's healthy.
He should come back healthy.
Genty is 5.
Nope. Jokes. No Derrick Henry yet.
Devon Achane, 6.
Still no Derrick Henry.
Derrick Henry is 7th.
These guys, I'm not even paying attention.
Well, here's my issue with Derrick Henry, and I get this issue.
I lose all credibility out the window.
Age for Derrick Henry.
Sure.
31.
You saw what he did last year.
1 year older. I'm not saying he's not. I'm not disagreeing until I see him play terrible.
I haven't seen a fall off. I don't see a fall off.
I haven't seen the fall off yet. I get it.
It will be a slow decline, probably. But I don't. I mean, at 31, that's not that bad.
Yeah, but
now it's when he gets to 32 and a half, 33. That age, that's where things probably, you start getting the aches and pains, and the injuries last a little bit longer. The day to day,
we're still rolling though. We're still rolling, but we got Henry at 7, Jonathan Taylor at 8. That's probably about right. Probably about close if he's healthy.
If he's healthy, he's
Bucky Irvin at 9. Josh Jacobs at 10.
No.
Kyron Williams, that's who my other guy was.
Oh, yeah. Williams.
I'll take that.
That's the Chargers. He's still there?
No, Kyron is the Rams.
I've seen him get my fucking LA.
Yep, that's the Rams.
Yeah, you're right.
It was the Rams. I had Bijan and him. That was my running back this year. So I was okay with that. I was happy at running back for once in my life. James Cook at 12. Joe Mixon at 13, Kamara 14, Breece Hall 15, Kenneth Walker III 16.
Okay.
James Conner 17, Omarion Hampton 18, Chase Brown 19, Chuba Hubbard 20.
Chase Brown was pretty solid.
Here's where it gets funky. We get our second same team guy, David Montgomery. It's 21st.
That's fair.
That is fair.
That's very fair.
That is fair. DeAndre Swift, 22.
But they don't utilize him properly in Chicago.
I think he could get utilized properly with Ben Johnson.
Oh, I think so. Yeah, absolutely. You're
like,
talking about
honestly,
a guy that's going to be able to do this.
I
right,
think,
but he's not going to have. I mean, unless he's taking complete control of this offense,
he's taking control.
I would have to. You have to.
He's taking control.
You've got to, because you got to find your protege at offense.
I don't know who this dude is, but R.J. Harvey plays for Denver. Is 23rd. Don't know who that guy is.
Over what's his name?
Over Aaron Jones. Over Rashawn Judkins.
No, who was Denver's running back last year?
I don't know.
Yeah, you do.
I do. Oh, it was Javonte Williams.
Yeah. Over Javonte Williams.
Javonte Williams is 29th.
No.
But he plays for Dallas now, so who cares?
I know that. I know. Well, that's probably why you're like, fuck, he ain't gonna be able to run.
No, he's not.
Yeah.
Isaiah Pacheco is 28th on this, by the way. I mean, this list is just fucking funky.
That's weird.
Cam Scatterbo is 36. Travis Etienne is 37. I mean, these, I don't know what the fuck is up with that running back list. I do not believe, I'm with you on the Saquon being one. I'm not disagreeing with that.
I mean, after last year, there's no reason to say he would not be. Well, why are you bumping Bijan up? What
I don't know how. I
do this year that makes you think he's going to be better than Saquon based on the results we just saw.
If I was going to bump anybody up, and I would have a hard,
Gibbs.
It'd be Gibbs getting the bump up, and I would have a hard time completely bumping him up because I don't think if
he's splitting carries.
Well, once he went down last year, that's when Gibbs' numbers started soaring.
No, I understand that.
But if he's splitting time, if he's going to split carries, if he's splitting carries, but if you're looking at pure like he's going to be the number one all the time, Gibbs would have been my guy that I'd bumped up.
Fair enough.
But he's not. He's not. McCaffrey better be fucking healthy. Richan ain't ever healthy either. I don't know how he's fifth on this list. Or sixth, sorry.
Yeah, I just think it's... All right, so we could go in and talk about defenses and kickers.
I don't give a fuck about that shit because I had never drafted a kicker. ever.
I know you don't.
Never.
You just take whatever's left.
I try. If I do draft one, it's in the last round, and it's a dome guy. That's it.
Dome guys are great.
That's it. Wide receiver though, it's Shamar Justin, which we knew. CeeDee Lamb is still third.
I mean, it's not necessarily bad.
Puka is fourth.
Not bad.
St. Brown is fifth. Neighbors is sixth. Collins is seven.
Collins?
AJ Brown is eight.
I mean, I know you got Devontae Smith. That's
Brian Thomas Jr. is nine. But he balled out last year.
He did, yeah.
For a rookie. He balled out.
Yeah.
Drake London, 10. Higgins is 11. 1 and 11 are Joe Burrow's wide receivers. And by the way, Devontae Adams is a Ram now. So it's him and Puka. Ugh.
Pretty fun to watch.
Who the fuck are you going to double on that team?
Yeah. I mean, you're just going to let one of them get away.
You know who's going to be the star on that team? It's going to be whoever their tight end is this year. He's going to be underneath, wide open every day.
There's your steal the fantasy.
Is it Higbee?
I think you're right. Yeah, that guy's staying down there for you.
That's who's going to be your guy. But anyway, Higgins is 11. Adams is 12. Hill is 13.
Yeah.
Ladd McConkey is 14. Xavier Worthy is 15. I'm not so sure about that. Not so sure about that, man.
Well, covered draft.
Yeah.
Both kinds of drafts. Okay. Let's NBA. We haven't hit much on that. But before we get to the NBA, you might need some new gear from Old Glory.
Yes, sir.
It's the new NBA season. So why not hit up Old Glory? Why would you not? Old Glory offers over 300,000 items for music, sports, entertainment, and pop culture fans, featuring officially licensed merchandise from iconic bands and top sports teams. Discover your perfect fan gear, and you can save with the discount Jab of the Pod.
Yes, sir.
Jab of the Pod in the promo code section right there is to save you 15% at oldglory.com. So make sure you check that out. Get you some new gear prior to the new NFL season, and get ready. Gear yourself up for
see it, the NBA playoff run.
Yes, sir.
Big game tonight.
Yeah, big game. We got our one and only Game 7 in the first round. It is the Rockets and the Warriors.
Wasn't the one and only. Denver and the Clippers were 7.
But that, I mean, it's
today. Yeah. It's the only game today.
It's the last round 1 game.
Yes, sir.
And that is at 8:30 tonight. This one is in Houston. I'm going with experience. Give me the Warriors.
It is the Warriors are plus 120 tonight. Houston is a minus 2.5 points.
So they're the favorite. They are the home team, so that makes sense.
I like the over in this game, by the way. Over and under is 205.5.
All right, look at all the games that closed out this series. Game 4, Thunder swept the Grizzlies 117 to 150.
Yep.
Last night, the Nuggets beat the Clippers 120 to 101.
Yep.
Closed out that series. Minnesota clinched their series against the Lakers 103 to 96 in the last game.
That's the only one that was left. That's because just the Lakers just do not have enough.
199 though.
Yep.
But the Cavs and the Heat was a blowout. Cavs swept the Heat, of course. It was 138-83. Still clear 200.
Yep.
Pacers Bucks 119 to 118. Knicks Pistons 116 to 113. Celtics Magic 120 to 89.
By the way,
those are all your all the closeout games were all high scoring.
Yep.
I mean, now granted, Timberwolves and Lakers was more defensive, I guess, but I mean, I like it. I'm a big fan of this.
I watched the Knicks Pistons game,
right?
Closeout game the other night, and I saw some really bad coaching by Detroit in the last 2 minutes of the game.
Yeah.
I this is what I was screaming the entire time. You're under 20 seconds. You're inside the shot clock. Shot clock's running low. Foul the guy.
I agree.
Foul him. Put him on the line. Give yourself the opportunity to have the last possession.
Yeah.
Don't rely on fucking your defense, who fucked it up when Jalen Brunson just put a fucking move on dude and then drained a killer three, a dagger three.
Dagger. That was a dagger.
With like what, 0.8 seconds ago or something like that. Just something dumb. And it was just bad coaching all the way around. Just bad. I mean, good job, Detroit, on
blowing that opportunity to tie the series.
But they played. Well, they didn't have a chance to tie it, but it was.
They would have tied the series. It'd been three games.
It'd been 3-3. Yeah, right. You're right. But it's just like, congratulations on them, because I mean, they turned it around, son.
I mean, the Pistons made the playoffs.
Yeah.
And I mean, look at the Cavaliers.
I mean,
the 1 seed.
Yeah, but Cavaliers were a playoff team last year.
Yeah,
Detroit won like 16 games or something last season.
But I mean, Detroit's putting pieces.
Yeah. They're making the right moves.
Yeah, they're not.
I just don't know if Bickerstaff is their coach that's going to be able to get it done. Seeing the last 2 minutes of that play out, there was some stuff in my.
You're like,
no,
I get it.
I mean, I'm not an NBA expert by no means, but I know enough about basketball that I'm not letting the team. I want the last possession. If we miss the shot, we miss the shot. But I'm not going to let a team run the fucking clock down.
Yeah. No, I agree. My favorite thing about this playoff so far was Anthony Edwards talking all his shit and talking to LeBron's son and saying, "I'm about to send you and your pops home."
Oh, he was talking shit the whole time.
And he proved it. I mean, 4-1. I mean, just dismantled the 3 seed in the league.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing about the Lakers. They don't have JJ Redick did a good job with them this year.
I agree.
I think
would have never thought they would be a 3 seed. Now, granted, it happened with the Luka trade. How they got Luka for what they got Luka for.
Because Nico is like a huge Laker fan, apparently. And now they're talking about that the Lakers are going to be a prime target for Joker. After the whole Mike Malone thing, which we didn't talk about that nearly enough.
No, we did not. But I mean, that was.
I mean, 4
games left.
4 games left in the season. You fire your coach and your GM. You fire your NBA championship winning coach. Like, what? What? Well, the word is he and the GM didn't get along at all.
Yeah.
And that apparently Mike Malone had kind of, I guess he called out some of the players for being soft. And some of these soft-ass players started crying about it. And that was the downfall. I mean,
this generation is soft.
They are soft. They are soft.
If you're going to cry about it, how about just go out there and just listen to your coach? Because your coach instructed you to play harder. Don't be soft. Okay. Why you prove it? You prove the guy right when you complain and bitch and moan about it.
Yeah.
Oh my God, he called me soft. Like,
he hurt my feelings.
Right. So, exactly. When you react that way, then you're soft.
Yeah.
I mean, you proved his point.
Between that and
quit being a biggity ass bitch. Suck it up, get out there and play tough.
Yeah.
That's what he's telling you. None of these guys would have made it in the 90s, 80s, 90s.
No.
They wouldn't survive a game.
No, I think there'd be a few. I think Anthony Edwards could have played in the 90s.
See, I think it's a little different. Jimmy Butler could.
Butler could. I think Joker would have been fine.
Joker would have been fine. Oh yeah. I think Anthony Davis would have probably been fine.
I think LeBron would have been fine, but the problem is he wouldn't have that flop call bullshit that he has now. He is like the worst.
He would get called out. He would get called out all the time.
He's the worst flop I've ever seen. Did you see that where him and the 2 guys ran into each other at the foul line? He just went flying off, and the other guy took 2 steps back. He's 6'9", 270.
I don't think he's
275?
no, he's leaner than that now.
Yeah, it ain't much leaner.
Yeah, I think he's like 235.
I'm looking. No way. I'm gonna bet that dollar that I just lost on it.
I want to keep my dollar. Poop dollar.
I'm looking it up right now.
LeBron James is 6'9", 250.
Okay, he wasn't 230.
We were in the middle.
Wasn't no 230.
Said 235. So I was 15 pounds off. You were 25. I was closer to the number.
Yeah, but they always lie about that shit.
I mean, it's true. But yeah.
They always lie about that shit. Because there's some dudes, they say weigh like 210 pounds. I'm like, that dude weighs $190. There ain't no fucking way. I mean, I weigh 235. I'm 6 foot and fat.
Oh, man.
I bet you I body LeBron James, he'd go flying too.
But anybody could body. I bet a baby could bump into him, he'd flop over.
Dude, that shit where he goes like flipping and rolling and
I
all.
know.
Oh my God, that shit makes me so laugh so hard.
Like, at some point, do you just like look at yourself in these and go, man, I'm a fucking.
Who was it? There was somebody that came out and said some stuff. I think it was Shaq that said it this week, if I remember correctly.
Oh, did you see the video of Shaq having to take a dump?
Oh, when he run off the set? Yeah, you sent it to. I was like, whoo.
And then they put a porta john out there next to him the next night. Here you go, Shaq, just in case you gotta go do this.
I like that. But I think Shaq came out this week and it's like, yeah, ain't nobody ever gonna say be like LeBron.
Oh no, never.
Never. When I actually was talking to, I think it was my brother I was talking to. We were talking about LeBron.
I would want my kid to play more like Anthony Edwards.
LeBron is the greatest statistical guy to ever play the game.
LeBron James is the best overall basketball
But
because of how versatile he was.
He
can play all the positions and he can be good at all the positions. However,
he is not in the GOAT conversation.
No.
I don't think he's ahead of Kobe.
No, I would take Kobe over him. 100%.
It's MJ and Kobe to me. And it took me a long time to say that.
I like Kareem.
Kareem's great.
I like Jay.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I would take Larry Bird. Larry Bird's back doesn't go out on him.
I do like Larry.
Larry Bird was nice. Magic Johnson was nice. Magic Johnson's career got cut short. I don't know fucking how. I still think he could have been playing.
AIDS.
I get it. I know why. I want those kind of AIDS. I want the AIDS that makes me a billionaire.
Have you not seen the South Park episode?
I want the AIDS that makes me a billionaire and makes me fat.
But no, like the cure for, they found the cure for AIDS.
And he's got it.
He's got a bunch of money and you liquefy it and you inject it into your face. It's a funny episode.
I don't think I've seen that one. I need to go back and look at it.
That was a good one.
But yeah, I need that kind of AIDS.
Because it's Cartman ends up with HIV. And because it was like a mix up in the hospital and they injected him with blood that was HIV infected or something. And Kyle fucking loses it on him. And Kyle's he's talking shit. Well, he kept talking shit. Cartman ate somebody's parents or killed somebody's parents. And then put it in chili and made the kid eat it, right? So, Kyle should know at this point, don't fuck with Cartman. So Cartman basically gives him HIV. So Kyle ends up with it, and then they're like, well, we got to get rid of this somehow. They go to Magic Johnson and be like, how'd you beat it?
I'm rich.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh. But no, I'm with you on the Anthony Edwards. He is like, he shit talks and he wants to play. He didn't want to sit out. He wants to play every game. I don't like this load management bullshit either.
Stupid. But see, that was the thing. Michael, the guys were even more out of shape back then. Why do we have load management?
Considering they're should be in the best shape that they've ever been in.
And any athlete's been in. They have all these practices and everything they do, health wise, nutrition wise, all this stuff, they should be in peak condition.
Dude, the all time.
Why is there load management? Jordan would go get fucking hammered, come out and play a game.
I saw a video about that this weekend too. We're talking to Craig Hodges, and Hodges was saying, yeah, they went to shoot around one day, and Jordan had the bus drop him off at some bar and said, just pick me up here when on your way back. And so they picked him up and said that he was pretty much drunk.
Yeah.
And they were like, oh, so you're not playing? He's like, no, I'm playing. Said he looked over at Craig. He's like, man, I see 3 rims. I'm just shooting at the middle. Said he dropped 30 by halftime and was on the bench. I'm like, God damn.
Well, I think that was like part of the flu game too. Was like he was hungover.
Oh well, I'll take Jordan's hungover game all day long, sir.
No shit. But that's what I'm saying is like you can't imagine.
There's
Dennis Rodman probably played like hungover or just banged up. You gotta think Charles Barkley was just out of shape.
There's a lot of those dudes that would get banged up all the time.
Right. I mean, what? Michael Jordan, Patrick Ewing, Charles Barkley, all those guys hung out all the time.
The Iron Man of that generation, though, was John Stockton.
But John Stockton, like, just fit in Utah, too. He looked like a Mormon dad.
He did. But look at, like, his games played. He only had, like, one.
No,
I think he had 2 years.
I included him in the list that when we were talking about Embiid and all the games he's missed. And it's like,
I think Stockton played in every 82 games in 18 of his 20 seasons or something like that. And the one of the seasons he missed like 2 games.
Right.
And one he had like a knee injury or something. He actually missed like 40 games or something.
Yeah.
But still, the fact that he played 18 full seasons is stupid.
Yeah. It's wild. All right. So, I mean, we could hit that debate. Real quick, next round we're looking at Thunder and Nuggets, and the Timberwolves is going to get the winner of the Rockets Warriors.
That Thunder Nuggets series, that's
taking the Thunder.
That's a very intriguing series
Thunder
for
in
me,
6.
man.
I like the Thunder in 6. I'm going to take the Timberwolves over either Rockets or. I like the way they're playing. They're playing with a chip on their shoulder, and Anthony Edwards, dog.
Yeah.
Give me Anthony Edwards. I'm gonna take. I like the Thunder and T-Wolves in the.
I didn't realize that
Western Conference Finals. Cavs and Pacers. I think right now it's at halftime. Pacers are up 64-58.
Yeah,
that's shocking because I thought the Cavaliers would handle the Pacers. However, Halliburton's kind of balling right now.
Yeah, man, Siakam.
Yeah. Knicks Celtics. I think the Celtics are gonna take it. I think the Knicks are almost there. I hate to say it. I hate both of these.
They're a piece away. I think. I feel like they're right there.
Yeah. I think the Celtics still come out of this. I think they win the East. I think we're looking at Thunder Celtics final, and the Thunder are going to run away with. I think Thunder really are the best team. The way they play, and we talked about this last year. We're like Thunder are not going.
No, they are not.
The Thunder are here, and I think we're just seeing the beginning of the dynasty of them.
I think
this team's going to be good for the next 7-8 years.
The crazy part is they've got enough draft capital.
No, they could trade shit away.
They could
draft. They could backfield guys. I mean, they're going to be fine for so long.
Yes, they could.
And they traded with bad teams. So these teams are giving them good picks.
Yeah, I mean, look at the Clippers.
Yeah.
Clippers gave them all kinds of shit.
Right.
Clippers gave them all kinds of shit. I mean, they are loaded. I think as of before the season, I think they had 35 draft picks between now and like
2030.
Yeah. And I think 16 of those are first round picks.
Yeah.
They're all over the place, first round picks, including their own.
Right.
But the fact they got 16 first round picks in like 5 fucking years.
Nuts.
I mean, they got drafted. They made all the right moves.
They have. I mean, you want to look at a GM job and like what's been done right? It's
that guy.
The Thunder are killing it.
That guy.
It just took a little bit of patience.
Well, Danny Ainge did a good job in Boston.
No, he has. He very well. Yeah, I mean,
And now
he's
it's
done
Brad
very well.
Stevens making the same kind of.
Well, he learned from
Yeah.
Danny.
Yeah.
This is going to allow for him to be that, in that same role, that same aspect.
Darius Garland is out today.
Oh, that explains a lot.
That explains a lot. I mean, Donovan Mitchell's rolling. He's got 15 at halftime.
Who you got? Tell me. I gave you my rundown. What's your rundown?
Man, I like the Thunder. I think the winner of the West is going to come out of the Thunder Nuggets series. I think whoever wins that series is going to win the West.
Thunder in 6.
Man, I can't argue with that. I'm going to go Thunder in 7.
Okay.
I think it's going to be a tight series. It's really hard for me to pull against Denver, but Oklahoma's just done it all year.
Killing it, man.
All year.
And SGA is one of the best players in this.
Well, who was it that said it?
Never guessed.
No, I'd have never guessed it.
Crazy.
I'd have never thought that. But I mean, he should win he's going to win your MVP this year just because they don't want to give it to Joker again.
You look at Joker's stats, and you brought it up last
He's averaging
episode.
a triple-double for a 7-footer.
And the best offensive rating when he's playing, the
Worst
worst when he's out. That's ridiculous.
Yes. Well, it's like it was Wemby last year for San Antonio.
Right. Yeah.
They had the best defensive rating when he was on the court, and when he wasn't, they were last.
Right.
And he didn't win Defensive Player of the Year. He lost it to a guy who was a liability for his team in the fucking playoffs. Who this year, in the final game of the Lakers series, was the best player on the court. He was destroying them.
Yeah.
Ugh. God, just drives me crazy. The NBA stuff.
Rudy Gobert.
Rudy fucking Gobert. God, sucks against everybody else, but apparently dominates the Lakers.
He's like, man, fuck you, LeBron. Fuck you, Luka.
Wee LeBron.
Wee be. Who you got winning this? Yeah, I guess you said it. Thunder, probably. If you're taking Thunder in 7.
I'm taking Thunder in 7.
Who you got coming out of the East?
I like Cleveland has played well.
Yeah.
I still think they're one
playoff
more.
Basketball and experience is different.
Yes.
So that's why I like the Celtics.
I think they're one more. I think they're this playoff year away from if they keep moving in the direction, they're going to win. They'll be in the finals next year. I think they're 1 year away. And it's just experience that they're lacking.
Right.
Just experience.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, the Celtics have tons of it.
Yeah.
Tons of it.
And already winning a title.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
Yeah. And then, so that puts Oklahoma. I'm with you. It makes Oklahoma, Celtics. I mean, it's kind of sad that I'm not even really worried about the Pacers Cleveland series.
No, not really.
I mean, unless something just crazy happens. I don't see that at all. Don't see it at all. But, I mean, shit could happen. I mean, Donovan Mitchell could go down. He goes down.
Well, yeah, there's the issue.
They're done.
Yeah. I mean, not having Garland, obviously.
It's changing dynamic right now. But they're still very much in this game. It's not like they're getting blown out because.
Oh, no. But I'm saying he is part of that.
He is.
Right.
Halliburton on his way to a double-double, sitting at 9 points and 6 assists right now.
Huh.
Nice. But
hit me with an ad.
Oh, yeah. I'll give you some ad. I'll give you an ad for Big Fork Brands, your gateway to flavor nirvana. It is the Chicago-based hot dog sauce, bacon sauce, a paleo friendly treat supplier. They're family owned. They have it all. Sauces. I'm still confused about a hot dog sauce. I'm still waiting on ours to get here so we can give it a go.
Yeah, that hot dog.
Except it's mayonnaise based, so we may be fighting on that one. Yeah, I know, right? That's right. But whatever. They believe in wholesome ingredients and bold flavors, ensuring every bite is a celebration of taste, which is fantastic. I like good tasting food. I like shitty tasting food too, because I eat a lot of that too. But they have multiple flavors of jerky, pork sausage.
I mean, that's all good stuff.
All good stuff. Embrace the Bigfoot difference. Use the promo code JABOTHEPOD for a 20% discount.
I will tell you this. Like, we talk about not like mayonnaise.
Yeah.
If it is mayonnaise based, I know something that will make it okay to eat.
What is that?
That's Get Good Feels, man.
Ooh.
You're drinking some Get Good Feels, get a little high, you know what I'm saying?
I got you.
Then you just put that sauce on your hot dog. You might not even know it's that bad. It could be bad. I don't know. I would try it. Right. I mean, if you've ever had Raising Cane's, if you had like cane sauce, their sauce is mayonnaise based.
I don't eat the cane sauce.
Oh, it's so good.
Because I know.
So good.
Because I know.
So good.
It's kind of like I don't eat the mac and cheese at Mike's Farm.
You're weird. That stuff's so good.
Yeah, but what's in it?
I know, but it's good. I just try to pretend I don't know.
I try.
Anyway, you know how I don't know? Is because I have Good Feels.
There you go.
Their cannabis seltzer at getgoodfeels.com offers a new era of refreshment. It's crafted with high-quality natural ingredients. These beverages provide a consistent, enjoyable, uplifting experience, perfect for any occasion. Use the promo code JABOTHEPOD, save yourself 20%.
Yep. What else you got?
Man, nope. We haven't kind of covered everything we really wanted to here. Shout out to Harry Kane finally getting a trophy as Bayern Munich their league title today. Of course, a long-time Tottenham Hotspur. Harry Kane moved on to Germany to attempt to win a trophy. He has now done so. So him. Let's say really, like, I mean, baseball's kicking off. We're getting into places. But one thing that did happen in college basketball, they had that Champions Classic.
Yes.
And St. John's took over in that team. For, I think it was Ohio State they took the place of. I can't remember. They took the place of one of the 4 teams that rotate.
Yeah.
They'll play Kentucky next year.
Ooh. Speaking of Kentucky.
So Pitino, Mark Pope, of course, coach, player of the 96 national championship team. So Pitino will go against his former player. That should be interesting. St. John's is going to have a loaded roster again. Kentucky should have a loaded roster. So I'm interested to see that game.
How do you feel about the Kentucky starting an LLC for their sports program?
Smart.
I don't like it.
Why?
I mean, it's already not amateur sports.
We know this.
I don't like it. I don't like the corporation aspect of it.
It is. It's big corporation. I mean, it's always been big corporate, right?
No, I get it. But the NCAA has controlled it all.
Right.
I've said it 100 times. The NIL has kind of...
No, it's ruined college.
It's ruining college sports for me.
I agree.
Very easily. And it sucks because at one point in time, I liked college sports more than I liked professional. Because I was all about the loyalty and the fuck that team motto.
Yeah.
And it's not that way anymore.
No.
It is not that way.
It's who's the highest bidder.
Yeah, and I don't like it. Like, it just irks me. It irks me.
I think what happens is go in, these become contracts.
They
You
have
have
to be.
buyouts,
They have to be.
and you have caps. How much money?
No, I'm with you. I'm with you.
Right now, it's the wild, wild west, and this is what's going to happen. The rumor is Kentucky spent $20 million on the roster.
Yeah. There's several teams that supposedly have spent $20 million on their roster.
Right.
And that's, to me, it's just crazy.
It's a little ridiculous for college sports, right? Being that it is supposed to be amateur.
Yeah.
And back in the day, all you got was a scholarship. I understand
paying these guys.
paying them. But here's my thing. If it's name, image, likeness, NIL, I don't think the school should be involved in any of the money.
No, they shouldn't.
Pull
The school should not be paying.
Pull the school out of and then they can go and make money off everything else.
They can make money off their name, image, and likeness.
And says, I want you on the cover of college football. Cool, that's fine. You can get paid to do that. You go out and have a signature. You do signatures.
Do signings. You want a sponsorship deal from Gatorade, Nike, something like that. Have at it.
That's free game. Nike can say, I want you in Oregon, and we're going to give you this amount of money to go to Oregon. Cool. There's nothing wrong with that. Even though he's a booster, that's perfectly fine. But the school should not be involved with negotiating these deals.
No, they should not. They should not.
But it's going to be that way right now because what we're looking at is the coach wants this player. So he's going to go find booster A, booster B, and booster C.
Yeah.
Be like, I need y'all to collect this amount of money so we can bring him in.
Well, I mean, it's essentially the owner of the Utah Jazz paying the kid $7 million this year to go to BYU for a year.
Right. Not a fan of that either.
I'm not a fan of that either. I'm not a fan. I don't know what they're going to have to do to fix it. I'm with you. I think we've talked about multiple times. I think it is going to be contract based.
Yeah,
I think
you're signing for 3 years.
Well, we're talking about contract based now. You see where Arkansas and Tennessee are looking at suing the, however you pronounce those guys. Yeah, those guys, the Brother brothers, for breach of contract. Because apparently they had buyout money in those contracts.
Yeah.
And they're like going to sue them for it.
Good.
And I like
the thing was Greed took over and they cost everything.
It definitely cost
Nico
money.
What was it? $4 million he was making a year.
No, it was going to make 2.4.
Okay.
But it was
$900K.
It was $8 million for the 3 years that he signed for to go to Tennessee.
Yeah.
And now he's only making what, $900K?
Yeah.
How much higher are the taxes in California than in Tennessee?
Exactly.
So how much money is he actually going to be bringing?
He's losing a hell of a lot more.
And to go play for a mediocre shit team.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, the coach got out of there, so.
I mean, I know you're not a huge Tennessee fan, but you got to love the fact they were like, all right.
They stood their ground.
All right, see ya.
I love that. I would love that for me.
I'd love that for every team.
They said, fuck you.
Go ahead and see if you can get more money, especially at this moment in the transfer portal.
At this moment in the transfer portal where teams have already collected their funds for the next year, what they're going to do.
Yes.
And you fucking sucked in the playoff.
He sucked in the regular season.
Yeah, like
most of his stats, if you look, were all against like the non-conference schedule and like the lower end of the SEC.
Kentucky.
Yeah, pretty much.
We were awful.
Pretty much.
But yeah, no, I mean, I understand that. But like this guy, I'm glad they nixed him. Said, fine, we are also going to tell everybody what you do, and everybody's going to you're going to basically get bored right now.
I thought the funniest part about the whole thing, and he still hasn't come out and said yay or nay about it, but a lot of us come in that apparently Dan Lanning called him and said, hey, man, your boy is shopping himself around.
Huh.
Called Hype Boy and told him that Nico was shopping himself around. Because apparently he tried to shop himself to Oregon.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but the sad part is Lanning. No,
Was he doing it, or what? I think it was his dad, right?
it,
His dad was trying to
his
get more
dad
money.
was doing it, and he was actually listening to his dad.
Yeah.
Sometimes these kids have got to just tell their parents to shut the fuck up.
Well, yeah, absolutely. I'm fine. I love Tennessee. I'm good. I'm here.
Yeah,
Let me be.
yeah.
I don't need more money.
Well,
Let me progress. You know,
the
live this life.
the most insightful thing I heard about the whole thing came from somebody that I did not expect it to come from. Cam Newton talked about this on his podcast.
Yeah, I mean, Cam Newton.
And this is what he said about it. He's like, when you're making this money in college, this is not forever money.
Well, yeah.
He's like, so, you're trying to think, oh, well, I'm making 2.4. I'm going to try to force them to pay me $4 million. It's not forever money.
Oh.
And especially when a team is like, well, okay, go ahead and try to make more money right now.
Yeah.
You could have done that if you'd have jumped in the portal in December.
Right.
You're not doing that in April.
Oh.
But like you said, the money's already gone. The money's already dried up.
Yeah. Everybody's already spent their money where they're.
Yeah. You're lucky that UCLA had 900,000.
Yeah.
And once taxes hit you, he'll be that kid that ends up like
550, 600K.
He'll be that kid that ends up in jail in like 5 years for tax evasion.
Probably. But you'll also see, like, this kid's going to hit the transfer portal.
Oh, he will.
And he'll hit it sooner.
No, he'll either hit it or UCLA will pony up.
Right. Like, it depends on how. Right.
He plays like he played this year in Tennessee.
They're not going to pony up. Why?
Nobody's going to pony up for it.
And the thing is, I mean, his schedule's going to be tough. That Big Ten ain't.
No. Ohio State's still going to be good.
Yeah.
Michigan is still going to be good.
Michigan's going to get better.
Oregon's still going to be good.
Yeah. Penn State's going to be fucking stacked.
Penn State's still going to be good.
Yeah. Good luck, buddy.
I mean,
I don't know if Indiana would be as good. They played a really shitty schedule.
They played a really weak schedule.
But
I still think
it might be okay.
It might be okay. It might be okay. There's teams that are going to be Washington will probably be a little better. USC may probably be a little better. I mean, I don't know what Lincoln Riley is doing there, by the way. It's not been good as far as I'm concerned. I don't know how you go from like Oklahoma to USC, and he hasn't done it. He hasn't done it. He kept riding Bob Stoops' coattail in Oklahoma.
Maybe that was the reason to go off. So, but my thing is, he just hasn't surprised me. I'm actually shocked he hasn't gone pro. Be an OC and make a name for yourself in the league, and then you get your head coaching job in the league and see what happens from there. I mean, I just don't get it. Like, because he is creative offensively, and he's kind of an innovator.
He is a little, yeah.
I think if given the right opportunity in the pros, I mean, look at Cliff Kingsbury. He's kind of like the same, aspect. Like, this guy moves up into the league, and granted, now he's an offensive coordinator doing a good thing.
Yeah. Well, Cliff Kingsbury is.
Yeah, I don't know how he got the job in Arizona.
I don't either.
I mean, he had a losing record in fucking college.
I think he's a great offensive coordinator.
He is 100%.
I think
that's where he belongs.
Maybe he's just one of those guys that.
That's it.
I think he'll get another head coaching job somewhere at some point. I have no doubt. I think he's gonna. I think in the next couple of years, especially if Jaden Daniels keeps progressing.
Yes, yeah. Because he's gonna get that tag of being a quarterback whisperer.
Yeah. Which he kind of was. He was okay with Kyler. He was okay.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
He was okay. The problem is he didn't have the right. He has to have the ability to understand, hey, I'm going to be the offensive guy. Yeah. I want you to be my defensive guru. I'm going to go hands off. You do whatever you want to.
Absolutely. I get you.
I mean, I need to know enough to where, I can keep trying, but I'm not going to defensive meetings.
Yeah, exactly.
But we'll see if that happens. We will see if it happens.
All right. Well, before we close out the show, I do want to mention Shimmerwood Beverages,
Yeah.
our newest sponsor here.
Yep.
Shimmerwood is an award-winning CBD. They combine full spectrum CBD, natural fruit.
Yep.
They're delivering a refreshing, stress-relieving drink. We all could use, right?
Yep.
That eases tension and promotes relaxation. I mean, if you're watching a football game and you get stressed out, just pop one of these open, chug her back, be like, man, my team's losing? Didn't know.
Yeah.
You can enjoy an exclusive discount, though, at shimmerwood.com using the promo code JAMPOD.
But it's 30% there, correct?
For Shimmer, yes. Shimmerwood does give you 30% off. That's
big.
That's a big deal.
It is. It's huge. Huge. It's huge.
Huge, man.
Huge. It is huge. But yeah, man, what else you got? Anything else you want to talk about?
I think we can cut out here. We extended this episode because it's been a little while. So let's say we hop on again here in another week. But covered the draft, covered the NBA playoffs. Really didn't touch baseball.
Yep.
We'll be a little bit farther into the playoffs, have a better idea, bigger picture, and we are 4 months away from football.
I know. I'm ready for football.
Yes, sir.
I would just like to say for 1 second, go Mets.
Fuck off.
Keep buying those players, buddy. Keep buying those.
You're the one over here talking shit about.
Nah, I'm not talking shit. I said the Mets should have been sellers last year. I don't like the $760 million contract.
And right now they got a 3-game lead in the fucking East.
Don't like it at all.
Why not?
I mean, I like it. They're winning. I just don't like how they're going about it.
Fair enough.
But,
I mean, their run differential is 50.
Cubs are 62.
Yeah, Cubs are playing really good.
The Rockies are minus 89.
Yes.
Good God. 6-28, sir.
Yeah, that is rough. I mean, the A's are in second in the West.
I don't know how. They're second in the West with a minus 22 run differential.
Yeah.
Well, look at Cleveland. They're minus 23 in the run differential, and they're second in the Central.
They're a game and a half back of the Tigers, who have a plus 63.
Yes.
The second best in baseball, or actually the best in baseball.
Yeah.
In run differential, and they're a game and a half back.
Yep.
Fucking nuts.
Dude, baseball's a fickle thing, buddy.
It is. It's nuts how things can go. I mean, with the
yeah, but the best thing about the National League West is the fact that all those teams are just beating the fuck up on the Rockies. That's all they're doing.
Well, I mean, yeah, the Dodgers, the Padres, the Giants, the Diamondbacks, they just
all those teams are above 500.
Yeah,
it's because they're playing the Rockies.
Yeah, that helps. Yeah, they're fortunate to get to play them.
They are.
6-28.
Man, yes. Ooh. What do you think? How many games they win? 30? Maybe?
35.
Maybe.
So they win 1 out of every, what is that? 5 games?
They played 34 games now.
Roughly 1 out of 5 games.
Yeah. One
So
out of every
20% of 160, whatever that is.
Well, 20% of 160, 25% of 160 is 40.
32.4. So over under 32 and a half.
Oof. I'm going the under, buddy. They suck.
They're awful.
They fucking suck. Dropped a lot of F-bombs today. That's not normally my cue. Just thought about that.
It's just been a while.
Has been a while.
We had to catch up on our quota of F bombs.
I've had a lot of F's in me lately. Maybe that's a problem.
That could be it.
Could be.
All right, man. Well, until next time.
Yes, sir.
Just make sure you like, subscribe, follow to all our socials. Jab of the Pod across all platforms: Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Anywhere you can find us. We're also on YouTube and watching right now on Twitch. We appreciate it. But next time, brother, we'll see you.
Yes, sir.